The Monkey's Paw, Part 5, by W. Jacobs. In the huge new cemetery, some 2 miles distant, the old people buried their dead and came back to the house, steeped in shadows and silence. It was all over so quickly that at first they could hardly realize it and remained in a state of expectation, as though of something else to happen, something else which was to lighten this load, too heavy for the old hearts to bear. About a week after the funeral, the old man woke suddenly in the night, stretched out his hand, and found himself alone. The room was in complete darkness, and the sound of subdued weeping came from the window. He raised himself in bed and listened. "Come back," he said tenderly. "You will be cold." "It is colder for my son," said the old woman, and wept afresh. The sounds of her sobs died away on his ears. The bed was warm, and his eyes heavy with sleep. He dozed fitfully and then slept until a sudden, wild cry from his wife. "The paw!" she cried wildly. "The monkey's paw!" He started up in alarm. "Where? Where is it? What's the matter?" She came stumbling across the room towards him. "I want it," she said quietly. "You've not destroyed it." "It's in the parlor, on the mantel," he replied. "Why?" She cried and laughed together, and bent over and kissed his cheek. "Oh, I only just thought of it," she said hysterically. "Why didn't I think of it before? Why didn't you think of it?" "Think of what?" "The other 2 wishes," she replied rapidly. "We've only had 1. "Was that not enough?" he demanded fiercely. "No! We'll have 1 more. Go down and get it quickly, and wish our boy alive again." The man sat in bed and flung the bedclothes from his quaking limbs. "Good God! Are you mad?" he cried. "Go get it and wish," cried his wife, quivering with excitement. The old man turned and regarded her, and his voice shook. "He has been dead 10 days, and besides, I would not tell you this, but I could only recognize him by his clothing. If he was too terrible for you to see then, how now?" "Bring him back," cried the old woman, and dragged him towards the door. "Do you think I fear the child I have nursed?" Please tune in for part 6 of The Monkey's Paw.